welcome back. So whether it's a wedding, a milestone celebration, or a corporate event, the moments we remember most are often the ones that have been thoughtfully planned. My next guest has built a reputation for creating luxury events that are elegant, memorable, and truly one of a kind. Joining us in studio this morning is someone from Outlandish Events. So welcome to the Green Light Show, and please introduce yourself.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so thrilled. As you already know, our passion is taking spaces and completely transforming them. So this is what I will be sharing, a peek behind the scenes with your listeners today.
Okay, all right, let's get into it. So now for listeners who may not have heard of Outlandish Events, tell us about your company and the kinds of events that you specialize in.
So we specialize in high-end bespoke weddings and luxury
Okay.
corporate brand experiences.
Okay.
But more than just planning events, what we really do is spatial planning, spatial design, and full-scale venue transformation.
Okay.
Yeah, so we take a space, whether it's a venue, blank canvas, a private estate, and we completely transform that into an editorial environment. And basically, what we take into consideration is the sensory experience behind the event. So because that is what creates memories and gives you that nostalgic feeling when you look back. So basically, if a client wants a standard setup, then they can go anywhere else. But if they want an ambitious custom design experience that elevates the brand or their personal story and that will create an unforgettable, surreal experience, this is where we come in.
Sensory, I like that. I like that. Now, Outlandish. It's such a bold and memorable name. What's the story behind it? Because I love stories. And what does it represent for your brand?
So when people hear the word outlandish, they usually think of something wild, unconventional. And to be honest, for us, it's precisely that. But it's that's the exact point. But when I founded out the brand, I wanted a name that drew a clear line between standard event coordination and true design mastery. So that's where the name came in. So outlandish refers to basically refusing to create cookie cutter events, to sticking to the templates, basically. It's about a client's most ambitious, lavish visions, ideas that others find impossible to create. We engineer that into an impeccable executed reality. And there's also a personal level to it. So as you can hear, outlandish, that's people call me Ish most of the time.
Okay.
So I've incorporated my name into it. It was a deliberate choice because in the high-stake luxury space, people, the trust is everything.
Yeah.
And clients aren't looking for an anonymous corporate machine. They want personal accountability. So tying my name directly to the brand is my personal stamp of excellence. When I started, I thought, it needs to signal that my own reputation is on the line with every detail we execute. And I take full ownership for bringing their dreams to life, without any compromise.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Personal stamp of excellence. I love that. I love that. Now, tell me, what inspired you to start a luxury event? And wedding company, sorry. And what was there a particular moment where you realized, this is what I was meant to do?
Not really, no. So it all started, my whole journey started in graphic designing.
Okay.
I studied design, but coming from a humble background with my parents working tirelessly just to make ends meet, there was just no funds for me to complete my studies.
Okay.
So I didn't have a choice but to take up a call center job that came up at the time. And it wasn't, it was not what I wanted to do. I knew it wasn't my path. But I poured my heart into my creative passion on the side, and I earned a promotion for junior graphic designer. And from there, it led to a role in marketing and public relations. So the marketing role then introduced me to the mechanics of events, but the spark and the passion ignited when I planned my daughter Mahdia's first birthday party.
Okay.
That's where I realized, this is my passion. I didn't just want to design on, paper and screen. I wanted to bring textures, graphics,
life.
Concepts to life, to a physical space. Yeah. And also when we started a decade ago, I had to, look at the local landscape as well. And I didn't want to do standard ordinary setups. I wanted to take event design in South Africa to an international standard. And I combined my graphic design skills, marketing strategy, and a passion for architectural luxury. I combine all of that into creating Outlandish Events. That's why we stand out, because it was a completely different setup at the time, if I can put it that way. And the local scene was very traditional. That's like over a decade ago I'm talking about. So we really had to pioneer a new standard, introducing high concepts, spatial design, bold and colorful aesthetics, and also immersive setups that people simply weren't seeing at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you've got quite a number of skills, but they all worked together to bring you to this point where you can, give people